Start recording. Oh no, wait, we're still doing the countdown. Beep, 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 beep. I edited this so fucking much. That fucking song will go into the grave. I'll have this song in my head the day I die. With the dude and the bear. We'll see in a minute, Taxi. Oh, I didn't update the stream stuff. Hey everybody, welcome to the stream, Elder Online. Gonna play a little bit of Elder Scrolls Online. Elder Scrolls Online? Yeah. With, Space Tomato, who is being oddly quiet right now.
Hi.
There he goes. Hi, so we'll get this going. It also, even though it's a Bethesda game, essentially, I mean, it's not, but you know what I mean. It is, it's not. I still though, even though I like Elder Scrolls Online now, I will still adamantly defend the fact that there's no way I'd want Fallout 4 to be Fallout Online.
It's a different thing.
Yeah. Oh shit, now people are gonna know how many characters my password is. That's no good. I'm gonna have to change that password.
Gotta change that password.
Gotta change that password. They're gonna fucking hack it. Oh, see you later, Draven, you fucking bitch. Going to sleep like a bitch.
Hi, Draven.
You fucking asshole. Love you. Thanks for the game. So there's my wonderful Imperial Nightblade guy. So if I were to make, I'll just go. I'm not gonna actually make a character, like fully. But just to give you guys an idea. Hold on, this fucking audio needs to come down a little bit. Okay. So you can like look at the what novice gear and veteran gear or what a naked dude looks like. And you got male, female, obviously. It's a fucking MMO. You can pick. So you pick your race. So the first, depending on the alliance, you can pick. We've done Ebonheart Pact, but there's Derek from Cover and Enemy. So, depending on if you have the certain DLC and shit, you can pick the different races and things. So you get, the same shit you always have: Argonian, Dark Elves, Nords, and Imperials. Class, you have 4 classes. So you have the Dragon Knight, Sorcerer, Nightblade, and Templar. All have their own class line. I'll show you that later. You can pick, your body, muscular, thin, whatever the fuck, your height. I mean, there's a lot of customization with it. Body, you can be full. You can be a fucking super tattoo guy like that.
Super fat ass.
You could be a burn victim.
Favorite.
Where's the burn victim one? There it is. You can be a fucking burn victim if you want to. And then there's sliders for every other little thing to make your. I mean, there's tons of fucking sliders. I mean, there's everywhere. Posterior dimensions, so you can make your ass big. You got all that kind of crap. You got your face, obviously. You got, your very simple thing here. Your voice, whatever hairstyle. I mean, there's not a lot of hairstyles right now, but there are some. Colors, any features like your age. So you can make yourself a fucking old wrinkly man if you want to. You can give yourself some cool bullshit scars and shit if you want. And then you got your sliders for other things like that. Eye color, of course. All this stuff. So you get there's a lot of customization. You guys want to see girls, okay? Fucking Christ. So we'll make a female. She's a Sophie burn victim as well. Obviously, you can just sit and randomize forever if you want to. I mean, you can see from the randomization that there's a lot of customization. I guess you can do tit size, huh?
Yep.
Yeah. Chest size. Boom. You can have big bazonkas if you really wanted them. Or, you can be a little flat-chested, nobody. I mean, there's everything. You can be a big fat woman, too, if you want, right? I don't know. Maybe not.
Yeah, you can.
Really? Like fat?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Like fat Argonian was the best thing. Start.
Let's increase all the sizes. So Tumblr would really like this game. Then.
See the
I mean, that's not fat, but you know, she's
See,
got a little fart belly
to
going in there.
be like fighting fucking monsters.
Yeah, you're gonna be
That's
in
not even
shape.
You don't have the slider all the way over on large.
Where? Oh, this.
Body type. Yeah, but on
I
large.
mean, yeah. So she's not like I'm gonna go around Walmart in my fucking automatic trolley thing. Fat.
Yeah, sure.
You know,
Sure.
you can't make that fat. But I mean, yeah, that's like normal American sized, I guess.
Yeah, American. That's right.
American sized. She doesn't look that fat. No, she looks kind of. She's curvy.
If you put it to a male Argonian, it gets fat.
Does it?
Like it must change based on the character because
All right,
male
so let's
fat
do,
Argonian is the best thing.
Argonian, male.
Unless
large.
they change it. They may
Oh
have
wow,
changed
yeah, he does get a little chunky, doesn't he?
it. Yeah.
He does get a bit chunky. Okay. So anyway, you guys get the idea. You can fucking make characters. So this is the character I've made. Basically, I've gone for the archer slash. So at level 15, you get something where you could hot swap between two weapons. Hi, Dancing Zombie 15. So I've made a character based around archery and dual wielding daggers. So basically, I realized I was sneaking around town stealing shit. I mostly kill stuff archery. I accidentally made Garrett. Space Tomatoes Online. I accidentally made Garrett. So as with any Elder Scrolls game, you can be first person. I mean, it feels very much like an Elder Scrolls first person game from like Oblivion or Skyrim, as far as these controls go. You can also zoom out if you want to and run around as well. So, for instance, I can talk about stealing. So here I am. I'm detected right now, so I'm not going to try to steal that shit. But if I can get hidden. So I'm hidden now. Boom, boom. Just stole 3 things, and I just got a bounty. Fuck. Okay, so the guards are pissed at me.
So the bounty system.
Here's the bounty
Moving
system.
right along.
Where the fuck am I, actually? Oh, fuck. I'm not even in the main city. Shit. I need to get the fuck out of here. Okay, so I just... Oh, no, these guards. Okay, they didn't care that much, because I'm only disreputable right now. So they don't care too much. Where am I, in Ebonheart? I am. So, there you go. So now I'm wanted by the guards. Because someone saw me when I was stealing the final thing. Where's the closest waste? I mean, other than that one. It's out here. So you can fast travel anywhere you want to really quickly. So let's just do that real quick. Except, let's get away from these people. After we steal from them. So, you can fucking sit here and steal from crates and all sorts of wonderful shit. I can pickpocket people if I want to. That's a pack soldier, so she's not.
Know what you're up to, and so do the guards.
Oh, fuck, stop running around so fucking much. Alright, just stay still for a second. Okay, she's a medium chance pickpocket. 40%. So I have a actual perk that increases that chance, but for some reason it only happens sometimes. I'm not sure if there's something that I do that makes it so that that buff happens, but you can pickpocket people too. All that kind of wonderful bullshit. So, oh, shit. Oh, and this thing's angry at me. So this is the combat. That thing's substantially lower level than me. So, as I was telling you guys about the, can you pickpocket other players? I don't know if you can in PvP. I don't think so. I don't think you can pickpocket other players, only NPCs, as far as I know.
Yeah.
So here's my daggers. I have a quick swap to my bow, so I can go back and forth. So typically, what I do, if I can find an enemy, I'll shoot one of this fucking floaty thing here. I've actually never killed one of these guys because I feel bad about it. Oh, okay. Here's the trade skills, so you can collect shit for potions like this, alchemy and things.
This isn't Stonefalls, which is in mainland Morrowind.
Yeah, so we're in Morrowind right now. You can, obviously there's Cape Maple to cut. And yeah, I do a lot of circle strafing. I'm trying to find something that I won't kill like in one hit. Oh look, potency rune. Good deal. And the graphics actually aren't too bad for an MMO. honestly. I mean, they're not... I would say they're a little bit below Skyrim, graphics-wise. There is some texture popping, you'll notice, even though I have everything on, like, full quality. But it's not that bad. And I've never had anything lower pretty much than 50 frames per second, like you see in the... Well, you can't see in the bottom left because of the thing, but... Typically, I have 60 frames per second, even in full combat, wherever I go. They've optimized it really well. Oh, how big's the world? Okay. So if we look at the map here, this is the full Tamriel, and then there's Cold Harbor. Cold Harbor's the place in Oblivion. But why the fuck? Oh, because okay. So all the stuff here is unlocked. So I have spent I don't know how many fucking hours. What do you want? What do you got? Guild invite. Oh. Wait. You did the Heaven by Violence thing. You did the fucking Arab.
I took it over. It was already done.
Looks like Max Oblivion without Bloom everywhere. Yeah, it's pretty... I mean, I'd say it's better than Oblivion. I think it looks a lot better than Oblivion. Even max quality Oblivion. So I've played... Let's see. I'm just alt-tabbing real quick to see. I've played this for 47 hours so far. I've spent the majority of my time in this one zone. And that's not a bad thing. I haven't been getting bored of this one zone. This Stone Harbor. Or Stone Falls, I mean. I haven't been bored of this... even though it's been the same geography everywhere, and I'm about ready to move into the next zone, it hasn't felt dull. That's that one zone I've spent almost 50 hours in. There's all sorts of other zones, as you can see. Here's Cyrodiil. This is a big PvP area, and then these other zones are for you can go to all these places, but depending on your factions where you start. But there's all sorts of shit. So they've got all of Tamriel that they're planning. I mean, I think they're planning on eventually having it all, as far as I know. So you have parts of Sky. You don't have all of Skyrim, but you have parts of Skyrim. You got Rift in here, actually. Which I'm assuming where they're going to probably put the Thief Guild headquarters. It would be my assumption. But I don't know for sure. But yeah, anyone can make a guild too. Like, you don't need to do some crazy shit. I don't know sorry. You can fucking make whatever guild you want. There's all this shit for this Heaven by Violence thing that I was just about to. I accidentally called my horse. I think I showed. What is it you hate about ES when you first played it, and how these issues have been resolved? So, who the fuck is that? It's hard to say what my huge issues were, but there were just things about it that just felt like it was a skinned MMO, like it was an MMO skinned to be like an Elder Scrolls game. The combat was similar to what it is now, but it wasn't quite right, I guess. It just didn't feel quite right yet. There were certain... There was no thieving. Like, none of the thieves stuff was in yet. So my favorite thing to do is play a thief in these games. Oh, I don't have to go back to the thing because I've, oh, fucking cocksucker. He's dead. My bounty, as you can see, is actually worn off. And all this time they've been fucking around out here. So I'm actually not wanted anymore. So your bounty will wear off. You don't have to pay it, but depending on how high level you are and how much bounty you have, it'll take a longer amount of time. But yeah, there were no thief things. And when I play Elder Scrolls games, that's like the first thing I do. Is I say, where's the fucking Thieves Guild? I need to go do the Thief Guild quest line. It's the first thing I do. And I mean, it was so far off from doing any, like, you couldn't steal from stuff. So it didn't feel like you had the freedom that you have in this now. It was a big thing for me. And honestly, I could have just been a little unfair about it, but I mean, a lot of people were saying it just wasn't quite right yet when it first came out. Oh, here's Space Tomato. He's up here. Let's see him riding his stupid fucking horse. So there's Space Tomato. He's a dumb lizard.
Real law
What?
enforcement is so boring. Why stop crimes when you can just
What?
sit around and
You get caught.
I thought I was done! Oh, fuck you, I'm not paying the bounty. Okay. Now we're a fugitive. Oh, fuck, they have a thing.
Oh.
Okay. We're running away. Now we're a fugitive. Now the guards will kill on sight. Oh, fuck you.
Oh, see you later.
Okay. It's fine. We'll be fine. Eventually they'll stop chasing. Ah, fuck. Okay. Especially if we get on a horse. Okay. Where's she at? Is she done? She's done.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop talking for a second so I can... You pay 84 gold to teleport. It was only a 10 fucking gold bounty, too. That's what pisses me off. Yeah, what about that bounty? No shit, right? Do you actually have to aim and connect your attacks and do damage, or is it boring wild shit? You do have to aim. There is some aim assist.
It's auto tab targeting.
It's auto tab targeting.
Yeah, so like it.
But you can't like. You have to actually make like in melee. You still have to make contact with them.
No,
Oh,
well, here's the thing. Like, you still have to aim, but when you aim, you tab onto a target. So, like, arrows will curve towards things that they've run, and spells will
but I'm
too,
not
and
talking about
the problem is it's built on the hero engine, and that's just the way the hero engine works. It's a tab target engine. So,
yeah, so you do have like a priority target, is what he's saying. And if you're an archer or a spellcaster, I mean, you can't completely fucking miss though. Like I can't shoot the opposite direction and it will hit. Like I have to still aim somewhat.
No, but what I'm saying is that if you're aiming at something and you fire an arrow, if
it
your
won't.
target moves, the arrow moves with your target.
Right, and also if you have a specific target, you won't hit something else. You'll hit that target.
Right.
So there, I mean, it's an MMO, so there's still stuff like that, but it's not like Warcraft where everything you do automatically goes to the target you have selected.
Right.
So you still have to have some sort of aim, especially melee. Like you can't face around the opposite direction and hit your target and stuff like that. So you still have to be in front of your target and everything like that. But and it depends on the ability too. If you have like an AOE attack, it's obviously going to hit everything in range. Do you click for each attack, or is it lame? No, you do have to click for each attack. You have to click for each attack or hit your ability. You do. There's no auto attacking. You absolutely do. So okay, so now we've gone to this place. I'm paying the 54 gold bounty. So now I'm upstanding. I won't be fucked by anything. So here's all the stuff I stole, so I can fence it all off and do that. Let's look at the skills. So when you level up, you can put a point into either Magicka, Health, Stamina. As a DPS kind of guy, I want more stamina for abilities. It says kind of a mix, more slanted to Elder Scrolls style combat. Yes. So it's a little bit of a mix. I mean, like I said, it's still an MMO. At the end of the day, but there is a bit of a mix of you still have to click or block. So there's combat cues, and I'm sure we'll see it when I play. Combat cues. So like you'll see a mage will start seeing this like red shit around it when he's about to cast a big spell. If you run up and you hold your block and then attack, you actually do like a bump to him, and it'll disrupt them and kind of fate and like stun them for a second, and it'll stop them from casting that spell. Similar if a melee class gets like a golden kind of similar effect on them, that means they're gearing up for like a big strong attack. And if you just hold your block and you block the attack, it actually stuns them, and then you can do a big attack to them and knock them off their feet. So there's definitely like a very like real-time skill that you have to do in order to be decent at it. And I'm sure PvP is even crazier with that. I haven't done any PvP, so I can't speak about it, but there's that. So anyway, with skills, you have, so like we're saying, we have the class skills. So depending on your class, you'll have three different I don't even call them trees necessarily, but they kind of are. I do a lot of siphoning stuff because I want to do the life leech shit. But and each of them, so you can see like this one requires a skill point, but like I don't unlock this till I'm level 20 or level 30, I mean. So I can't just grab it right away. And some things are there's something called what's it called, morphing? Yeah. So like this one will turn into, what did you get? What is this? Look at you. Aren't you cute? So like agony is like the first bit, and then it'll morph into two different things. So like this is funnel health. Before it was something else, and I morphed it into funnel health. So skills get even more customized to that. Then you have weapon skills. So you have two-handed one. You know, all this you can read. So for me, it's dual wield and bow. So I have these two, which have all. I think these are both. Yeah, both have been morphed already, and that's what I use there. And then with my bow, I use poison, injection, and scatter shot, which this hasn't been morphed yet, but this has. And you get you have 5 abilities on your bar, and then an ultimate ability as well.
The abilities on your bar is what gets the experience too. So you don't even have to be using the abilities
Right.
to get the XP. You just have to have them on your bar.
So for instance, if I wanted to get up two-handed, if I bought this cleave ability, I could just sit it on my bar, never use it, and I would actually gain two-handed experience as I leveled up because I have that skill on my bar. So you can level that. It's slower to do it that way than actually use a two-handed weapon. But and you do have to level these up. So like I could be level 50, and have technically could unlock momentum here because it just requires. No, it doesn't. I couldn't because I need two-handed rank at 38. So I have to level up this individually. So I could be the highest level character and wouldn't be able to do any of this shit right away because I have to level this up. Just like Oblivion or Skyrim, you have to level up your weapon abilities. So like my dual wield's already up to 27. So once I could be rank 38, not have this because I need dual wield rank 38, for instance. So you do have to level up your. I mean, so that's where like kind of the Elder Scrolls and kind of previous games come into play with all that kind of stuff. And then you have destruction and restoration staff kind of stuff. Armor, light, medium, heavy. And again, I could, even though I'm like a rogue kind of character, I could like class that I picked. I could have gone heavy armor if I wanted to. And had all this. I picked medium armor because medium armor adds stuff like dexterity, like these things. So each armor has its own skills as well.
Like Nightblade, if you can play it like a traditional rogue, where you're stealthy and you're wearing light armor and that type of thing. But as you said, like you can make a ranged character out of it that would be super amazing because of all the bow skills that Nightblade has. So you can be wearing heavy armor and just do bow and fuck around with that and not sneak at all.
Right, yeah, you don't have to sneak at all, you don't have to use daggers, I could use 2 swords, I could use a sword and shield if I wanted to, I could use a two-handed sword if I wanted to, if I liked those abilities better. However,
the dude that we ran the dungeon with last night did that.
Yeah, he was like sword and shield wearing medium armor, and he was a DPS, even though typically you think sword and shield's a tank. So I did daggers because they give you more just passively give you more critical hit, and I love critical hit in fucking games. But if I didn't care about that, I could do swords, sword and shield, two-handed sword, staff if I wanted to. I could be a fucking mage casting thief if I want, or a mage casting thief, spell casting thief if I wanted to. And I do have a couple spells even then. So yeah, so your armor skills give you different things. So light armor is more geared towards magical stuff though. So you can tell that there is an influence to it. So like light armor is more mage stuff, medium armor is more roguey kind of stuff, and heavy armor is more warrior kind of stuff. Doesn't mean you can't do whatever you want. World, so like this is Leader Main, whatever. This is where you me selling that shit to the fence, breaking into houses, stuff like that gets me this skill, and then I can do stuff like this. So like my lock picking, I can force locks better. I pay less for... So, like, that bounty I had to pay, the reason it was showing up green in the chat was because I actually pay less, 10% less to pay off my bounty, because I have this skill. Light Fingers increases my chance to pickpocket. Hiding reduces... So you need stamina to sneak around and shit. If you stay still, your stamina regenerates, but if you move around while sneaking, it's different. Improved Hiding reduces that stamina cost. Soul Magic everyone gets, and this is your soul trap, so you can fill soul gems and shit like that, and there's other abilities. Then you have all your guilds you can join: Fighters, these are only 3 I think right now, Fighters, Mages, and Undaunted, but then obviously they're going to be adding Thieves Guild and Brotherhood. But they all have their own little things, Silver Bolts for hurting, so it's like Fire a Dawn Guard, Vampire Hunter's Crossbow, and it adds, Undead and Danger, and this actually will hurt if other players are vampires. They are considered undead, and anything that hurts undead will hurt them. So that's kind of cool too. So like all this, like in your race, you depending on your race, you have a certain set of skills as well. So and then your crafting as well that you can put. skill points into. So you can very, very well customize this to how you play. Like right now, all the skills I pick are just how I'm playing the character. Simple as that. And later on, I mean, and you can almost unlock pretty much everything by the time you, because like Spaceman was saying the last game we were playing, once you hit level 50, you can actually go back and play other factions from like level 1 to 50 or whatever on their end, and you can see that part of the story, because the Elder Scrolls Online company, ZeniMax, I don't know who is considered the actual company that made this, decided that instead of you having to make 3 different alts, or 2 different alts and 1 main guy just to experience all of the story was silly. So ZeniMax Online. Yeah, so they said, fuck it, once you hit level 50, or when you finish your main storyline for your faction, you can then go play the other factions, and it scales you back down. And you're actually playing with other players of your same faction. So I will still be playing with people that are Ebonheart packed, that have also scaled down. So the only time you actually interact with the other factions, people of other factions, is in PvP. So you can experience all, like I said, you can experience all the fucking story for all the things and not have to make multiple characters or anything like that. And I think you can also change your allegiance at some point too, if you want to.
Well,
like after level 50 or something.
I was gonna say that when you switch factions, like you do actually switch factions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so you have to switch back.
Right, because the idea was that if they did that,
I'm just
we
gonna do
haven't
some
even
trade
talked
skill
about
shit.
massive PvP stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The idea was that if people could do that, then they would just rush 50 and then switch into whatever faction currently held the seat of the throne for the benefit. So then everybody would pile on all the Merry Dominion or Ebonheart or whatever was on the throne at that point.
So right now I'm just doing trade skill shit. There's writs you can do. Almost all of these iron ingots are essentially stolen. Yeah, there's repetitive animation. It's an MMO. Come on.
Taxi right now.
Holder runs, right?
Like there's plans obviously for more areas in DLC. Right now, basically the whole area that was in the Daggerfall. So the Alakir Desert, Glenumbra, Stormhaven, that area, as well as Ravenspire, which is the northern part of Breton lands there. Craiglorn is in there, which is part of like the lower half of Skyrim. I believe the Orzammar is going to get added in shortly.
Shit. Sorry.
Smarts from Skyrim is in there. The Rift is in there. Shadowfen, which is part of Black Marsh, is in there. Shan, which is where Mournhold and Stone Falls from Morrowind is in there. Basically all of Valenwood is in there. Auradon, which is one of the Somerset Isles there, and then all of Cyrodiil is in there, and that's the PvP zone. And all of Cold Harbor is Molly Ball's Land of Oblivion is in there.
I should have actually checked if I could have done research on those before I deconstructed those. Shit. Well, whatever. So I accidentally made the wrong type. I need to make hide, not... So because I've hit level 10 or whatever, sometimes the writs are harder. Arm crops and bracers. Luckily I can just steal everything and I'll be fine. So I'm gonna run out of hide actually to finish this. Yeah. So I am gonna go steal. See, what I could do, I could go out, go to like level 10 plus things, or 16 plus things, kill them for their hides, and things like that. Like a schmuck. Or, I just come over to these here tents. Actually, I always pickpocket this fucking guy, because it's fun. This is showed the pickpocketing, I guess. So he's at easy. I don't know why it's to 60, come on. See, I'm not sure what... There he is, 85. Well, so I stole a stuffed pony guar from him, which is worth 30 gold. Poor homeless man. I don't feel bad though. So he's being a dick. Let's go over here. This is the so it scales with you too, the stealing, which is fucking awesome. So when you're first like low level, you just get the low level stuff. Once you hit level 16, that's the next tier of trade skill items. So it's skill. So if you see this, it doesn't say iron curious, it says curious. But so when you're like below level 10, it's it's iron. But when you go to like level 16, it's steel. So yeah, it's kind of a cool little thing. It scales up. So there's no shit where you're kind of stuck and you like thieving means nothing after low level or anything like that, which I was worried about. I was figured that that's what they would do. Because otherwise I have no reason not to fucking just steal everything, and that's what I do. So I'm just fucking going crazy. Stealing everything I can, because that's what I do. And yeah, Molong Bal is the primary antagonist. And he's killable now, isn't he?
I mean, that's the end of the...
End of the quest line?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, and so what I was saying before is like, yeah, you can play through all the on the same character, you can play through all the factions and keep getting skill points. And I think like I forget how many total skill points there are, but you can get like 350 plus skill points over time, and then because you don't just get skill points from leveling, you get them from soul. There's like this thing called soul shards. Sky shards, I mean, which you get 3 of them, you get a skill point, and they're just scattered throughout the world. Then you've got quests will give you skill points and stuff like that, so you can get a ton of skill points and essentially unlock all the skills that you really care about. So, yeah, no big deal. So here's what I'm like going through, and I'm oh, fuck. Wow. Really? Okay, I have to destroy something. Because I have too much stuff. Because I stole too much stuff. Let's throw this water away. Okay, I gotta see what I gotta make here. I gotta make hide bracers, so I don't want to get rid of the arm crops that I made. Yeah. I don't want to get rid of anything I made. Because that's for the quest. So you can see I'm getting all this hide and stuff from this. So now I can create the, what is it, bracers? Yeah, so now I can create those bracers that I needed to make. Bracers, boom. Oh, I can only make 1 now, see? Fuck. So I gotta go do that some more. But you get the idea. I can fucking steal stuff instead of actually going out and getting it. And you can buy it too, obviously, but who's a fucking sucker and buys things? Come on. You can steal everything. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, I'll show you breaking and entering too here as well. So there's some houses over here that belong to NPCs. So you can see it's red and it says unlock simple. And oh, you can see the lockpicking actually too. So we'll get off a horse. We'll get sneaky here so we don't get caught. Unlock. So this is what lockpicking is like. And so once it starts shaking, that's when you let go. Ah. It's pretty sensitive, and then you can trespass. So currently, even though there's 2 people in here, and they'll sit there and yell at me and say, "I can see you," and blah blah blah. Oh, I got radishes recipe. Where's it at? Dude, I can know how to make radishes and rice now. So they'll sit there and yell at me and say, "Oh, you're not supposed to be in here," and stuff like that. But you don't get any bounty for getting caught trespassing at the moment.
I don't think you're supposed to
See,
be here.
she's getting all pissy. What would Frank give this game? Well, it has graphics. I don't know about explosions. I mean, there's some explosions. There's some blood. It's an M-rated game, isn't it? Pretty sure it is. I don't know. Space Tomatoes stopped talking.
Doing question.
Oh, isn't this an M-rated game?
I believe so.
Yeah. So, the community doesn't seem as toxic as like Warcraft.
It's actually really impressively.
It's not terrible. I mean, there's some dumb shit like any MMO where you look at chat, but and there's like, you know, hey, join my guild kind of crap too. I mean, it's fucking MMO. What do you expect?
I've really not seen anybody spam like just incredibly dumb shit zone chat in a long time.
Yeah. So it's not terrible.
There was actually a conversation a couple nights ago about how friendly the community is in zone chat, at least in Stone Falls.
Yeah, so it's not bad, honestly. Like the fucking like at Warcraft, when I play Warcraft, I turn off all chat, you know, like all public chat. I don't even fucking deal with it. Because it's so fucking awful. There's usually a chest over here. Oh, someone's already got it. So yeah, I mean, and obviously I'm showing stuff off that's more geared towards like thieving and shit like that. But I mean, I've run around this fucking town and steal shit all the time because I just have fun doing that. Maybe this one has the chest in it. No, not right now. It doesn't. Okay, there's no guards. So yeah, you can see like I have a 25% chance to force the lock as well. I don't think that's enough to try, honestly, so I don't. I just try to do it normally. But eventually, like, that will go up if I,
These antics must cease. Be
see,
gone.
he's all pissed off. But it doesn't matter, because right now, I mean, I'm sure, like, eventually they will put a thing in where you get a bounty if you get caught trespassing and stuff, so. Ooh, she could have caught me there. She didn't, though. Oh, it was also just a neat little... There's a lot of cool little, like, neat touches they've added to the game, too. So, for instance, like, the mount I'm riding did not originally have those satchels. But you can go to Stable Masters and train your mount, and it's across all your mounts. Mounts are essentially skins for the whatever you're riding. But there's stamina, speed, and inventory space. And so I trained up a bunch of inventory space using some of the crowns. You can buy the training stuff really quick. Initially he didn't have these satchels, but I trained him up high enough for me, essentially. So it's weird, because you train your mount for you to carry more. So, like, this is up to 104 because I trained my mount to carry more. You know, whatever. Actually, I'm gonna go turn a quest in real quick. So there's little cosmetic things that change. I didn't even notice it until I was like, oh fuck, cool, I have like little bags on my horse now because I trained the carry capacity up. So little things like that change, which is kind of cool. There's dying. You can completely, I mean, not like death. I mean, obviously that is in the game, but you can dye your armor. So like this is not naturally, like I dyed my armor mostly kind of like get darker because I'm a thief and shit. But you can dye your armor or whatever.
You unlock colors by doing like challenges that give you achievements.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there's so I guess I gotta show all this shit. So you have a crown. So this is the crown store I was talking about. So this is where you can pay like real money to do shit. So you have like the stuff to upgrade things. You have pets. And the upgrades are just for that mount stuff. So these are mount riding skill upgrades I was telling you about. So I bought a few of these, the carry capacity one, a couple of those, and then a couple of these stamina ones. Otherwise, you have like 20 hour. You can upgrade each one of these by one every 20 hours. So you don't have to buy it. This is just kind of a fast track kind of thing. Otherwise, just pets, purely cosmetic. Mounts, again. Imperial, you start with one. You can buy mounts as well, or you can buy them in-game for gold. You just make lower differently magic, so his training was for you, right? There's costumes, so you can also, so if I didn't care what any armor and stuff look like in the game, you have full body costumes that you can apply. But the problem is you can't really mix and match these. So if I applied this costume, it would always look like this. You can't dye it, as far as I know, and you can't be like, oh man, I really like the hood, but everything else, meh. No, this is the full. So costumes to me are kind of a waste, but some people I see running around wearing the costumes and shit, they like it. I mean, I could be a fucking wedding dress. I can run around killing shit in a wedding dress if I wanted to with that, or it could be a court jester. And I've seen that before. It can be a jogger, an evening dress, you know. So, and that overrides whatever armor you're wearing. Consumables, these are things like, so there's things called motifs. So when you're crafting, you can make them, you can design your crafting. So like I have a few of these unlocked. So by default, anything I make actually has the Imperial motif, so it looks like Imperial armor. But then I've also unlocked stuff like Nord and things like that to look. But if you didn't want, and you can find those items throughout the world, all over the place. If you didn't want to unlock those, you could buy them outright through here. And as well as like the rare ones. But all of this drops in the game as well. Bundles are just that. So like because I got the Imperial edition of the game, I got this bundle automatically, which comes with the horse. This Pledge Amara, so you can marry other players in the game, and you get like a 10% bonus to experience when you're grouped with them. I got a pet mud crab, and then the actual race. But there's also like 2 other packs, which just kind of gives you a little bit of a boost in as far as like consumable stuff, but nothing that is going to put you so far advanced over other players, and that's it. So I still have like 600 crowns here that I have nothing I want to spend it on, because I don't give a fuck about these pets. I've already got my dog, which sometimes shows up and sometimes doesn't. I don't know what the fuck the point is of that, but I have a mud crab that I automatically got, and then Space Tomato has like a fucking billion pets.
Yep.
Space Tomato has tried to trick me into marrying him multiple times so far.
Yep. It sucks.
I haven't caved in yet.
I thought he loved me.
I almost did by accident once. I was like, oh yeah, cool, thanks for the eye. You fucking bitch. Like, I thought he was inviting me to his guild or something, and he was inviting me to marry him. So, you can get tricked into marriage in this game if you're not careful. Deconstruct this. And I promise I'm not just going to sit here and do fucking trade skill shit the whole time. But I want to get some inventory space real quick before we go out adventuring and things. So I'm deconstructing a bunch of stuff. I stole a bunch of things, Jesus. I don't know if there's other jiggle physics. I don't think there are that I've noticed. No. I don't think I've ever seen tits jiggling around, so unfortunately, Taxi, no. Your tits won't jiggle around. Sorry. Let me see if I can do this one real quick, because I can't get hide. I want to finish these fucking writs.
They also have
maple bow, maple shield.
high-end merchandise you can buy. Gives you codes for unlocks in the game. So, like, I bought the stuffed guar.
Yeah.
Got a code to unlocks, and I've got a guar pet in the game.
Yeah, so just like, I mean, that's like Warcraft 2 with their trading card game. Will unlock stuff in the game, like cosmetic things. So you can buy merchandise that gives you shit in the game as well.
You're also planning, if you haven't seen the E3 Bethesda rollout, a card game. It's kind of like Hearthstone that ties into it as well.
Now, is that going to be just tied into it, or are you going to be able to play that in game?
I don't know. That'd be interesting.
See, that's what I always thought they missed in World of Warcraft. They missed an opportunity there. That
like sit down and play a card game with somebody.
Yeah, like sit down in game and play Hearthstone while in game.
Yeah.
And like it could tie to your character and stuff, and in certain ways, like that, and I think would have been a lot cooler than fucking not being able to do that. Yeah, that's just me. Yes. Oop. I like to play first person as well, mostly.
I play third person actually.
Yeah, I don't know. It just feels more like an Elder Scrolls game to me, like this.
Yeah, it does. The only problem I have with first person, the camera, like the field of view is set for consoles by default, but there is a slider.
Mm-hmm.
But even at max, it still feels too low for me, really.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like this.
I do play with a really high field of view though in most games.
Like this really feels to me like a Skyrim kind of thing, like the way it is. So, a steel. I don't want steel gauntlets. I want So the thing is too, also like with stealing, you still have to wait for shit to come back again. So I can't like come over here and just steal, and then it immediately respawns. Like I have to wait for it to respawn. So see, and there are bugs here. So like that, it doesn't say steal. So that you can just straight up take from it without risking getting caught or anything like that. So there's, and they know that like there's been bug fixes that they're wanting to do with owner like fuck with item ownership. Luckily, I know exactly where to go to wipe off this bounty. So that's what happens when you're too busy talking about shit and you're not paying attention to your goddamn hidden gauge, but it's fine, I've already got to the refuge. Unfortunately, Dum Dum, there is no prison. That would have been cool, to get locked up in prison and have to escape or something. Would have been kind of cool, but they haven't added that. If they plan on it, I don't know. Probably not. But it's just basically you have two choices. You can pay a bounty, and then if you pay a bounty to the guards, you lose all your items. Not all your, I'm sorry, all your stolen items.
I'll move,
Including items you're wearing. If you pay to a fence, you get to keep your stolen items. So, obviously the choice is. So I'm going to keep all the hide stuff and just sell the linen shit. Sell this. But you can make a decent amount of, and then you can launder stuff. So say I wanted to wear these hide boots and I didn't want to risk losing them because they're stolen or whatever. So like I can launder these lockpicks. Now they're actually not stolen, considered stolen anymore. So for instance, like this trade skill doesn't matter because once you use it in the trade skill, it fucking doesn't count anyway. But just for example, and you also get experience and stuff. Legerdemain experience for laundering things too. So, and the laundering looks like it costs as much as the item's worth to do that. But then, again, you don't have to worry about if you did get caught by a guard and have to pay your bounty to the guard. You didn't think you could run away or something. Then you wouldn't lose that piece of armor or whatever if you thought it was important enough to not be considered stolen. Like if you wanted to keep it, kind of thing. So, that's pretty neat. Trying to think what else to talk about. Like I've only played it for this last week for 50 hours, so that's 50 hours of experience that I can talk about. So the last week I've played this game is more than the time I've actually worked at my full-time job. But I have a lot of fun with it. I don't know, it couldn't have been a week, man. There's no way I've played fucking 50 hours already.
I think it's been like a few weeks.
Like a week and a half, 2 weeks, yeah. So, promise I won't be. Oh no! I'm an idiot. Now I gotta make those again. Oh no, I don't. Wait, what? Oh no. Okay, good. Oh, because I didn't actually deconstruct it yet. I see. Yeah, you do have to hit R. Okay, that's created by me, so I don't want to deconstruct those. That's created by me. Bracers. So I'm gonna make more bracers again. So we create. Oh, and what's cool is like as well, is even in-game shit. From what I've heard, you can essentially craft, like, be the highest level and actually craft really good gear for your character. That's just as good as shit that you'll find in dungeons and things.
High level stuff is actually better than stuff you can find as a drop. It really encourages you to level a craft up. And it really encourages too, because you want to have like a blacksmith that has a lot of mats, and then that will get you like the best weapons or the best suit of armor if you wear heavy armor. But then you also want to have a good enchanter in your guild, and then they can put enchantment on your stuff. And then if you're not wearing heavy armor, you'll have to have a clother as well that can make something good. A woodworker if you have a shield, make a great shield, that type of thing. It really encourages like teamwork and a high level.
Shit.
High level play stuff. If you're looking to get the best armor, you kind of have to have a guild.
Fucked that up. I think I sold all of my fucking clother deliver goods to supply depot. I did that. Isn't that what I just did? What the fuck? Hide, Ratius, hide. Why is it not working? What did I fuck up here?
The other thing too is that
Just bugged?
even if you like run across some dude fighting something, if you're not in a group with him, if you land a hit, like if you help him, you get to loot the monster too, so you both can loot the monster.
You will commonly essentially be grouped with people doing stuff and not actually be grouped with them. So you don't have to worry about like some guy tapping a monster first and then you're fucked and you have to wait for that monster to spawn again or something like that. Like if they're in mid-fight, you can get in there and start fighting, and you get credit for it too. It's really kind of nice. Fuck. So for whatever reason that quest bugged, or I fucked something up because these aren't the same type, maybe? Is that what it is, maybe? So if I...
Like I was having issues because my my writs for blacksmithing require Orsinium items, and I can't smith Orsinium yet.
Oh, I think it's... Yeah, I gotta make a certain type of... Oh, it's rawhide. Maybe that's what I did. I didn't make hide? No.
Yeah.
I don't know what I did. That might have been what I did. Shit. Well, whatever. I'll finish that quest some other time or something, or just not. I don't know. Actually, this is like worth... The stuff I made is worth more than the stuff that you usually find drop too. As far as like selling it, like they do a really good job at encouraging you to spend skill points in a craft and things like that, so that you feel like you're actually getting money for it. So okay, so what am I got? So let me drop shit off at the bank. Oh, and that's another thing too, is you can like Warcraft, anything you have in the bank, you can craft from your bank, so you don't have to carry around material all the fucking time. You can just dump it in your bank, and then it automatically will take stuff out of your bank to craft things, just as a convenience thing. Because it would be a pain in the ass to have to run back to your bank all the fucking time, or because you can't carry all the shit. There's so much shit. Oh, deposit. So usually I just go to materials and I just fucking go hog wild here. And I may or may not. Oh no, I was able to... Wow, really? And I still have 2 spots left. Nice. What was the other thing I was going to bring up? Shit, there was something else too. That was cool. Shit scales to you, so dungeons will scale to you as well. So the dungeon we were in yesterday, I had to be the leader, so it would scale actually down to me. But if, Space Tomato was the leader, it would have scaled up to him. Yeah, he gives it a very gentle caress every time he opens something. That bugs the shit out of me. Alright, so I think... What's this? Collect spiritual essences. Okay, we'll do this quest, I guess. So it doesn't cost any money to fast travel as long as you get to a Wayshire to fast travel as well. And yeah, it looks like a pain to scroll through. There's add-on. I mean, it's on PC version. You have add-ons, and so people have already made like inventory add-ons that give you like a more like traditional MMO look. So like little squares and shit.
Yeah,
there's all sorts of add-ons.
ESOUI.com has a bunch. The add-on system is really robust, actually.
Curse, like any other MMO, has like for their client. So let's see here. So my typical setup, I do this, boom, 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 and well, he died. So basically, if they live through all those abilities, then they're usually pretty close to dead, and then I melee them to death. So, but these guys are way low level than me. So that's the issue. As you can see, they die pretty quick. Oh, oh. So. Whoops. Ah, damn it. I hit R and ER. So your ultimate recharges as you fight. So we are taking the tainted hearts out of these people's bodies. There's spectral shit. And you don't get a lot of experience, oops, from killing enemies, really. So you don't have to feel like you miss out if you find a more clever way to skip around killing enemies if it's optional, if it's an option. It's like to get through a dungeon. If you want to sneak through a dungeon and get to the end boss, you very well can do that. Sneak attack is also very much a thing, which is why they take so much fucking damage on that first shot that I do, because I'm sneaking when I do it. So this is exactly like how I would play Skyrim or something. Oh, she didn't even fucking notice. Skyrim or something. Where I would start off as a sneak attack and fuck everything up. Oh, see it. There's also dodging, so you can see in third person if I... no, you don't have to grind through a bunch of enemies for experience. So if I double tap forward, I roll forward. If I double tap back, I roll back, you know, just like whatever. So there we go. We just did one of those quests where it's like, hey, go collect X amount of things, and that's how quick that was. I mean, it didn't feel like with World of Warcraft, it feels like it does feel like a grind because you're sitting there fucking having to kill like 20 enemies, and it takes so long to kill. Oh, you fuckheads. It feels like it takes that long. So you see that like thing there where it had like red shit, so you can see when something's gonna do an ability, and you can avoid it as well. So it's just like how you don't really stick onto a thing as you would in World of Warcraft. Things don't stick onto you either, necessarily, depending on the ability. So you can avoid abilities and things, or get out of range of attacks. Yeah. And this is what questing and stuff's like. So there's actual everything I've run into so far has voice acting for dialogue.
Yeah, pretty much everything is voice acted.
And you don't have a lot of voice. I mean, most of the time you have 2 or 3 things, but at least
that a little bit.
Well, from what I've known from this level anyway.
Yeah, well, a lot of the voices are returning, like a lot of the Nords from Skyrim.
Yeah.
Come back and reprise their roles. And
yeah, there's a lot of you'll if you've played Skyrim and shit, you will recognize some of the voice actors. Yeah.
The last few people in the keep are still cowering in their quarters. Ardras, Romilly, Neyron, and Hadril. Some of my assistants are working to hold back the curse, but I don't know how much.
And usually, like, there's just a small paragraph per thing too. Like, it doesn't feel like you're sitting there reading a fucking book necessarily. When you're doing the quest stuff, they seem to.
You're having a conversation with that person.
Yeah, and you input back and forth, and then it's also feels more like they want to get you back into the action of it too. So they don't drone on and on and on with dialogue. Under hell.
Actually, there's one more thing. One of the daggers managed to run for safety.
And obviously, if I read through this fast enough, I can skip ahead too. Like if I didn't give a fuck about any of the story, I could just mash 1 really quick because it'll always pick the first option. But there are choices that you make in this game where and it'll turn red. So if like it was 3, usually there'll be 3 things. There'll be goodbye, which just gets you out of it so you can come back into it later. But like say there's something where she says like, hey, and there's actually a quest like this in the beginning of the game where it's like, hey, you have to go either to the docks or the fort or something, and you pick which one you do, and you'll notice because if you do this, it'll highlight red over the other one, which means you cannot see that part of the game. Essentially, you can't go do that. So like I'd pick the docks. Well, I go do the docks quest, and then you find out because you went to docks, you saved everyone there. But then because you didn't go to the fort, everyone at the fort died, or most people at the fort died. So, and then from the rest of the game, there'll be mentions of it. There'll be things that changed for you for the rest of the game. That'll be different. So, like if I pick the dock and Space Tomato picked the fort, things will appear a little bit different in his world than mine, in regards to that choice that you made. Some are minor things, like it only changes a little bit of something, and some are bigger things. About that. So there are definitely some quests where you do make a choice that you cannot go back on, and it actually impacts some future stuff for you, story-wise and stuff. But nothing like
Speaking of, His saved laughs at all.
So did I. I spared him. I didn't let him perform and die.
I do like the idea that the Dark Elves are so pissy.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
even
their
do
entertainment,
comedy.
is seeing them
Yeah.
die.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Such courage.
So what he's talking about
Keep
is
an
there's a
eye on
quest
people
line.
terrified.
And so here right now, I've gotten the quest right now.
Them moving.
As you can see by the shit on my screen. I could say goodbye right now. I could be like, okay, cool, boom, and go do the quest. And sometimes I do that because I don't really give a fuck about the person. But if I want to know more about the curse she's talking about, I haven't really been paying attention to this one actually because I've been talking to tell you guys stuff. But if I did, whatever the curse she's talking about, I'd be like, oh, what should I know about this curse? And she'll actually give me a little bit more story.
You can talk to a lot of NPCs too, like this.
Yeah,
that
just
aren't
random
related.
NPCs. Yeah, that have nothing. Yeah, no quest at all. Just talk to whoever. And I could be like, why are your field assistants still here?
They're brave souls. But I'm
So you
worried
can get more
without
story
their
out of it
help,
if you
we'd
want.
have lost the fight before
Um,
you even arrived. They bought us time.
So, and they do a
The
pretty good job,
Reliquary is an
like
ancient
Spaceman was saying
currency
earlier,
vault.
of referencing
The
stuff that
Telvanni
ends
used
up
it to
happening in
imprison
other
those
games,
that should
or
never have been
lore
freed.
that
I
you come
imagine
across
those
in
things
other
the
games,
cache were destroyed by
because
the
we're in the
Covenant's
past.
attack,
So,
but not the plague.
Although it's interesting that people who
Say
are
goodbye.
outside the realm of time, like Sherogorath, when you first meet him, reference things that happened in the future.
Yeah.
Hello there.
So yeah, you definitely you meet Sherogar. Like I've done a quest already with him. Oops, I'm trying to. Yeah. What's this? Oh, I said something. What am I doing? Oh, whoops! I'm an idiot. I think I was supposed to talk to him.
No, you're talking to the people in the houses.
Oh, well, it said to
use the
stun.
totem. Yeah, you use the totem to stun. Oh fuck, to stun the spirits so that they
if
don't
I-
fight you.
Oh, okay.
if
So
you
see,
want
there's
to.
an option right there. Again, you have the option to fight them or stun them and not fight them. So there you go.
My wife got away, but I'm trapped.
Oh, she's a
I'll
lesbian.
never see her again.
Oh no, wait, she's not. She's being possessed, isn't she?
No, she's a lesbian.
Oh, she's a lesbian. Okay, cool.
Yep. But they got gay marriage
Boom.
in the Elder Scrolls.
Boom. Lesbians in
Yeah.
Elder Scrolls Online.
Buy the game.
Yeah. Buy the game. There's lesbians. Whoop. She said something. I don't fucking know. Oh, look, there's a tower battle. Oh, there might be shit I can see. And like, I'm in the middle of this fucking quest to help these fucking people, but of course, like, I'm like, hey, is there shit I can steal? And I do that a lot. I do that a whole lot. I'll steal shit. Oh yeah, books. So there's skill books. I don't read them right now, but you can go through and then actually get. So okay, here's a desk I can steal from. So this guy's fucking concentrating on doing that shit. Like, what a fucking chump. I'm like, oh no, thanks for the fucking pouch of bronze acorns, motherfucker. It's all mine now, bitch. I go sell that for 30 gold. Also, what's kind of cool, and the reason I do that, like, I don't sit there and read all the books. If you see a book in the game, you can actually go to your journal and go to your lore library, and this keeps track of all the lore you've come across. So like Stonefall's lore. So I have the Argonians Among Us thing. So I could sit here like later on, just like in Skyrim, if you pick up books and you can read these later if you really want to. So that's kind of cool. Oh yeah, I was gonna go through these tabs, wasn't I? So yeah, you obviously have your crown store, you have your inventory, which sorts through. And this is just default. I don't have any add-ons for inventory other than this here where it says you've looted at whatever, like you looted this shit. That's actually an add-on. This doesn't. You don't by default see this loot shit. You actually have to get an add-on for that. Yes, Channel 4 News for fuck the world. There are lesbians in this game. I am glad you like lesbians. And this sorts by all weapon, blah blah blah, whatever. There's also quick slots. So there's an add-on that shows you the whole quick slot bar, and I thought about getting it instead of just like selecting something and hitting Q or whatever. But you can do your quick slots. So I have this health potion thing. So if I hit Q, I'll drink a health potion. But obviously there's potions for all of the different things. You have your collectibles here. So there's my dog meat. I can add him to the quick slot if I want to. So I could summon him and unsummon him whenever I want to. Just slot it, you know, all sorts of shit. You have to click slots. Your actual character, I haven't unlocked any titles. Titles seem to, what did you say? They were like pretty much geared
PvP.
for PvP, yeah. So I haven't done any PvP, so I haven't unlocked any titles yet.
PvP is fucking crazy in this game.
Yeah, I want to do it just to see what's going on. Oh, I forgot to stop by a stable.
If anyone has played Dark Age of Camelot, it's very similar.
I didn't name him Crosby because he was a black dog in this. And
Wow.
Crosby was a... No, Crosby wasn't a black dog. He was a kind of a golden dog. So...
And blacks.
Didn't make it. And dog meat is a shepherd that I got. I chose to buy a black dog because there's a shepherd, and the closest thing to a shepherd I could think of was dog meat. Skills I've already gone over. Journal I just went over. So you have journal, you have that. You have your quest journal, obviously. You have your leaderboards for the Alliance War, as well as there's time trials and shit for, or I guess score. I don't know what the fuck this is. This is for like dungeons and shit, I guess.
Well, the trials are like your weeklies.
Okay.
Like in WoW. But
Yeah.
there are weeklies, and you also get like dailies for crafting and that type of thing.
Okay. Then you got like all your achievements, all sorts of fucking achievements, like any game.
Crazy amounts of achievements.
Lots of
Insane amounts of
achievements.
achievements.
Yeah, my first
There's
there's
a full fishing system that involves you catching rare fish, and there's like 1 or 2 books out in the world you have to find to explain like how to fish, and then you have to get like the right type of bait and go to the right like fishing hole and fish until you catch the rare fish for an achievement.
So I've started on the serial killer achievement, by accident. Oh, see you later, taxi.
Not taxi.
So, I was pickpocketing someone, and they caught me, so I killed them, which was my first murder. So if you kill, like, citizens, which are innocents, so basically I'm already set for the Blood Brotherhood expansion. And then I killed 2 dark elves in a house because they're dark elves, they're barely people. And, so I got murderer
You're 2/3
achievement.
person.
Yeah, I got achievement.
3/5.
For murdering somebody, but then if a serial killer is 50 people, and then a mass murderer is 100 people, and then you get this achievement. So there's even an achievement for that. There's an achievement for swimming out too far and being killed by slaughterfish. So there's a lot of fucking achievements. Collections, you know, your upgrade, any upgrades you have, costumes that you have, pets. So I have a monkey because I was a beta tester. I still think that you should get a title for fucking beta testing. I don't think I have this. Oh, it's locked. Okay, so it shows you lock shit too. Obviously the map is the map, and you can do that. You can set waypoints to go to, just like in the other Elder Scrolls games. You got your group shit. There's group tools, so you can find people to play with and then do dungeons with your friends, your guild. You can be in 5 guilds at a time.
There's no worldwide auction house. Instead, there's guild
Yeah.
traders.
Yeah.
So there's different types of guilds. Like there's guilds just for socializing. There's guilds that are PvE focused. There's PvP guilds specifically for the PvP side of things. There's trading guilds, crafting guilds, all types of shit.
Yeah. The Alliance War is that you have the 3 different alliances and they fight, and you can actually queue up and join these. This is 30-day. 14/7 and then non-veteran ones, and we're actually not full in this one anymore. So you're basically joining campaigns for 30 days, 14 days, whatever, and then after that there's a winner, and you get reputation, rank points and stuff, and become different, whatever. Obviously male.
There's bonuses depending on like who wins those alliance wars, and some traders in the world will change.
And then there's an emperor.
If your guild, if your guild leader is selected as emperor, then that guild gets bonuses and that type of thing. Your emperor can decide like different missives, and that affects your guild bonuses and that type of thing.
And the emperor's a player. And he gets like crazy bonuses while he's emperor, and then even like I think there's bonuses for you if you've ever been emperor too. So you have permanent bonuses to your character.
And then if ZeniMax thinks you're cool enough, they'll run a little thing on the launcher like detailing who you are and that type of thing.
Yeah. So
They seem really invested in the community. Like
Yeah.
they do spotlights on people that have weird builds that they think are cool, or this emperor seems cool. Let's talk about his guild and who he is and that type of thing. Or like, hey, this dude did a really cool little art piece. Check this out.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's kind of stuff that I think was missing when the game first came out and when it was in beta and things. It seems like, because like there was a huge bug with, I'm not gonna be able to steal from this. He's like right in front of me. A huge fucking bug in the game that ruined the economy in the beginning of the game, when the game first came out. That we knew about in beta and that was reported multiple times. And it wasn't necessarily that they chose to ignore it. It's just that they had to get the game out the door. And it would have taken them way too long to fix it, but you still felt like you weren't valued. You know, like you know, it's like, oh, we don't give a fuck about. I don't know, the way they kind of treated it. It seemed kind of shitty. So there's just little things like that kind of pushed. Yeah, it just had a really rough start in general. That kind of pushed me away. But I gave it another chance, and quite honestly, it is.
I mean, part
a lot
of it
of
too
fun
is
for an MMO.
that they released the alpha and they're like, hey, check this out, everybody's gonna love it. And then the reaction to the alpha was universally negative.
Yeah.
So like, oh shit, we fucked up.
So if I let this
and then
person
they were
do this,
scrambling
let's see.
to try and fix, like to try and make
There
it
you go.
more like an Elder Scrolls game and fix the lore problems and like all these other things people were complaining about. So like at this point, they've completely redone the provisioning system and a couple other things as well.
So while you were saying, so what I was trying to show off there was that was a melee ghost thing, and that like yellow thing it did was that charge up attack, and I blocked it and it stunned him, and then I did a strong attack which knocked him on the ground. And it just happened to kill him too. So that was that thing I was talking about earlier that does that. Actually, let's see. I'll do it again just to show it again. Actually, I'll probably just kill you pretty easily, right? Yeah. So he was charging up a spell there. So this one, so if I come over to this guy, I'm going to let him attack me a couple times so he'll do the charge, or she will. What's she doing? Okay, so she's trying to cast a spell, so there I just stunned her. And then I knocked her down because I had the advantage. And so now she's doing a strong power attack, and I blocked that, which stunned her. So there's real-time events like that in fighting, like cues and things for what you should do. You don't have to. And you can take the full brunt, but if they hit you with a power attack, they'll knock you off your feet, and then they'll just keep attacking you while you're down on the ground. So there's more to it than just simply pressing 1, 2, 2, 4, 2, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 2, 4, you know, kind of crap. So that's what's kind of neat. Like the combat feels a lot more involved.
It feels visceral.
Yeah, and it feels way more involved than in your typical MMOs, which are, you know, you're kind of just auto-targeting and hitting. I don't want that. And hitting numbers, essentially. So, like I said, it feels more. I mean, obviously, it's different than the Elder Scrolls games. You don't have those abilities and things like that in the regular Elder Scrolls games, as far as like what you guys have seen here. But it's pretty close. Which makes it feel like you're playing an Elder Scrolls
they could probably get in an MMO environment.
Yeah, they have to have skills and abilities and things like that. So
there are sacrifices that have to be made just because of the way an MMO works.
Yes, interrupt. So he was gonna cast a spell. I interrupted him. Same kind of thing right there. But there's other spells too that they cast which you can't interrupt. There's also spells that, like you saw before, like there'll be a red cone on the ground that if you stand in, you're gonna get hit by it, so you should get out of the way, kind of stuff. Just like that's very typical MMO kind of stuff. Don't stand in the fire, kind of shit. Wow, apparently my last commercial break was 4 hours ago, according to Hitbox, which doesn't make any sense since I've been streaming for only 4.5 hours. So I don't think that its count is correct. Steal some shit first. Oh, look at this. Boom.
There's also like little things that you can come across as you're wandering around.
Yeah.
There's world bosses and there's like anchors that you have to destroy, and like every once in a while you'll run into like I ran into these dark elves on my way down to Mournhold, where I'm at now, and they had run away from a plague, but they weren't able to start a campfire. So I started the campfire for them, and I got a little bit of XP, and they thanked me for it.
Yeah, and there was no
Little things like
yeah,
that.
there was no quest involved or anything like that, but just like little flavor things. Like we ran into some lady last night that was like summoning demons or something, and
Yeah.
we killed the demons and her, and it wasn't a quest, it wasn't anything crazy, but it was kind of a neat thing to just happen upon.
Not threaten scholars and harass teachers.
There's a lot of environmental
If you let me go, I won't make
touches.
trouble. I just want to live.
It's a lot like Skyrim, in that you can just walk out of town and go find something.
Yeah. I mean, it's obviously limited as far as zones, in the sense that certain zones have higher level creatures in them and things like that, like any MMO. It doesn't scale like that, like it would in Skyrim necessarily, but let's see if I can show this off some more here. Let's see. Yeah.
Skyrim did it better, though, than I think, as far as that goes, because, like, you can't just outright fucking
stop it,
challenge a giant at the start of the game like you could in Oblivion.
Yeah. Yeah. You try again? Oh. Yeah. See, I'm just playing with it right now. Ah. Just to kind of show off kind of the difference. Oops, just casting a spell. And honestly, it's like any Elder Scrolls game. You got stamina. Oh, fuck! I did it again. I was trying to loot. So most of the time I waste my fucking ultimate ability because R is also the loot key, and I haven't unbound it to anything else.
It's the loot all key.
Do I?
Loot all key.
Yeah, and I usually use the loot all key. So I sometimes accidentally do it outside of the loot system when I'm thinking I'm looting, and I do my ultimate ability. Oh, she said she'd stay out of the trouble, blah, blah, blah.
Well done.
So that was the whole quest line right there. And I know I was distracted. Oh, she's now giving me another follow-up quest from this, too.
Opening the reliquary must have awakened Keeper Vildris.
And usually, it depends on the quest line, but at the end of the quest line, you might get a skill point, a piece of gear, gold, experience.
It's an ancient vault built to hold dangerous magical
So.
items. This one contains a hidden room where the most dangerous objects.
Hi, Skyrim Jobs. What an
No doubt
appropriate
that's where
name
the
for what
daggers
we're doing
released
right now.
the curse. Keeper Vildris can lead you there. Good luck.
So now we can go find this other person. So these are low-level quests for me, but I'm doing them because I'm trying to just do all I can in this zone. Probably after this, I might go over to this Brothers of Strife area, I'm not sure, because that's the only black thing I have, everything else. So whenever, just like Skyrim, whenever you haven't completed an area, like a dungeon or whatever, it shows up black, and then when you have completed it, it's white. So, and it actually will tell you like a little thing above what you did there, like quest line. So it's like you prevented the fall of blah, 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 of the city, and this one's like you killed the Goblin Warlord, leading the attacks on the hold. So it tells you actually what you did in these areas. You'd be like, oh yeah, I remember doing that. Oh yeah, oh this is what I was gonna talk about. So this icon is where you can craft armor sets. So like something like Diablo or even Warcraft or whatever, when you have like one piece of this set, or two pieces of this set, you get a set bonus, and three pieces, you can craft the armor set bonuses, and it'll apply to whatever you do. So Space Tomato, who wears plate, could have the same armor set bonus as me, who wears leather, because I crafted it out of leather and he crafted it out of plate. So you're not limited to, oh man, that's a really cool set bonus. Too bad it's only for this plate fucking set that you have to get in X amount of dungeons, but you craft it yourself. So if he wants critical stuff and I want critical stuff, he's not screwed in being like having to do leather armor or something, or I'm not screwed in having to do that. So the players actually craft the set items and stuff, and depending, so you have to actually physically go to these places depending on the set that you want. There's another one over here somewhere, I think. Yeah. Man, it's over here. So just like how in Skyrim, like the moon, whatever was it? The Moon Forge or something? I forget what it was called.
Yeah, the Twin Moons.
Yeah. Gives you a passive bonus to stuff you craft there. So there's neat things like that. And it doesn't feel like you're stuck in this game if you don't immediately upgrade all your gear and stuff. Like I had way outdated gear for so long, and I didn't feel like I was hampered like crazy. Holy crap, my ping is at 596 right now in the game. But the stream is doing fine. Oh no, now it's down to 83 again. That was weird. But it does feel like an Elder Scrolls game. I mean, like I said, when I played beta and stuff, it felt like it was an MMO skin to look like an Elder Scrolls game. But now, especially since I played it so much this week, it really feels like it's a proper Elder Scrolls game. I haven't played Chivalry in a long ass time, Dum Done. Is this game legit good right now? Because I remember this game being really shit first game. Yeah, Skyrim. We actually talked about all that for the last couple, like, two hours or so. It's legit fucking awesome. Oh, yes! Rip in peace, Roddy Piper. I agree. But, like, the quest lines actually feel involved and important, and you don't feel like you're just running back and forth to an NPC to get gold or anything like that. You feel like you're having to do like a whole conversation with someone and find out why you're doing this, and oh, I'm killing all these people because of this? Okay, cool. Or I'm having to retrieve this item because of this? Okay. And like, I bet you in this dungeon that I'm in, or whatever, this tunnel, if this is a long one, he'll actually follow me along as I go, in a way. So I'm not like, it's not like I have to run back to the beginning of this dungeon to turn the quest in and then get a new one, or whatever. Like in a lot of MMOs where you're just running back to the guy. And see here again, I got the quest. I can just like, see you later, or I can be like, hey, can you tell me about the Tale of the Curse?
Long ago, when our people were still Kai'ma.
And then if I don't really give a fuck because he's a dark elf, I'm like, fuck you, goodbye, and just leave. So, ghost here. I'm not even gonna sneak attack this ghost. Sometimes it bugs. As you see, I have no arrow. It's a game. Game's bug. Oh, see? Two-handed just increased it to 4 because I read a skill book. Now, typically, what people said is it's better to wait until you're a higher level before you run around trying to read skill books, because it's a lot harder to level once you get higher. Because, like, once your skill... Like, if I had two-handed at 49, that takes a lot longer to get to 50 than from 3 to 4. And I just read that and made it go from 3 to 4. And it's an instant skill up in the skill book. So... But I don't really give a fuck. I'm playing like I would an Elder Scrolls game, so... Oh, see, here's another player that just showed up. I'll die. No matter what he does, like, if I want it... So, like, okay, let's see if we do this. So he just attacked that first. Another MMO, that'd be flagged, and I couldn't do anything about it. But, if that had dropped loot, I would be able to pick up that loot, because... Or, like, here's a quest thing. So, in another MMO... Maybe we wouldn't, you know, I'd have to wait for him to kill it first, and he'd have to wait for me to kill it, or whatever. But, we're both attacking it. No one really tags it. You just tag it for yourself, basically. So see, I've got loot for it. He can loot it, and get whatever he gets. And the loot's different for each person. So you can get whatever. So, you don't have to be like, ah, this fucking asshole stole my kill, or whatever. The only thing that you run into that about is trade skill shit on the ground. And I don't really fucking care about that, because I just steal things, and... See, oh, heavy armor just increased to 10. Oh. Now, a new layout. This is another person that showed up to, fight that lady. So other players don't annoy me as much in this game, because the mechanic is different. So
it's really geared towards teamwork. Even with people you don't know or aren't talking to.
Yeah, I don't have to... So, like, okay, see, like, this thing... I'm just in here, boom. I hit him once, I got credit for that, even though I hadn't started it and anything like that. Now, yeah, you could say you take it. People could take advantage of that, just run and hit it once and whatever, but who cares? It's not like they're hard to kill, these things.
Since most of your XP and stuff comes from questing, like running around hitting things and getting the XP off, it doesn't really make a huge difference.
Can other player really ruin your attempt to at a sneak attack or pickpocket? I don't think so. I think it's, if I'm snuck, I'm snuck. Even if a thing's alerted to someone else, I'm still sneaking. so I still get sneak attack damage.
I
In
mean,
fact,
the only way another player could ruin it is if they were like forcing the mob to turn towards Khad.
right, and there's even ways that just with abilities that can make you invisible and shit, you can sneak attack something, use the ability to go invisible, and then do another sneak attack on the same monster you already attacked. So it's more about if the monster can see you or not if it's alerted in battle.
The same mechanic is in Skyrim where you can send your follower to fight something and you can still get sneak attacks off on them.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, portal. And honestly, for an MMO, not a bad looking game, really. And especially since it runs at like right now I'm at 60 frames per second, no problem. Okay, so like right now, does he see me? Oh, he sees me, so oh fuck, he's gonna hit me with a spell. That's fine. Yeah, he's dead. Okay, so I killed him. Is there actually anything in here? Can't loot him. He's got nothing. Oh, there's some skill books. Maybe. Might not necessarily be skill books, but I still like reading the books, so they add it to my lore. Oh no, assassination just increased actually. So
you get like finding those lore books. You get
shadow just increased too.
Mage's Guild levels off of it as well.
Well, the actual books, like these aren't.
Right.
Yeah. Because there's like so what he's talking about is on like so for instance, if there was like this blue table or a book on this table that was like glowing blue and shit, those are lore books for the Mage's Guild, and finding those gives you Mage's Guild experience.
Those ones are written specifically for the game.
Yeah.
The other ones you can like find stuff like the Hanging Gardens at Mal's and Cleft and stuff from other games.
Changed. The curse retreats. Broken. The curse has been broken. No more will a spell plague.
Oh, and a lot of dungeons or caves and shit like that in the game is set up like Skyrim. So like when you get to the very end of the dungeon, there's usually a quicker shortcut to get back out to the entrance or a second exit or something, so you don't have to backtrack through an entire area. So there's convenient stuff in that as well. Oh, so we just beat that quest. So this is a small example of how things change. These ghosts are no longer inherently hostile to me now because we lifted whatever curse by killing that one ghost dude. So just little, I mean that's a little minor fucking change, but things like that happen. There's a quest early in the game where there's ghosts and you can choose to you have two people that talk to you. You can choose to side with one or the other, and one of them wants to enslave the ghosts so that they fight for the military, essentially, and the other one wants to set them free. If you choose to set them free, they are just, like, they'll still be ghosts around, but they'll be non-hostile to you. If you choose to enslave them, they actually turn into guards for that area, as slave ghost guards. So, just like little minor things like that.
The afflicted are recovering.
Yes. So now, yeah, this guy just wants to give me an item and stuff, which is shit. I'll just end up deconstructing it or selling it.
Should you have need of us again, just ask.
Okay. There we go. To get a little bit of experience. So these guys aren't hostile to me anymore. So, I finished Heimlin Keep or whatever. So really the only thing left to do over here is this fucking thing. But I think what I'm gonna do is actually ride out to go do the next zone, because I haven't gone to another zone. I do like your grunting and your fucking exhalation of air every once in a while. Just out of nowhere, we'll just hear a like, are you fucking dying or something? I wish we'd hopefully we find a sky shard or something, or soul sky dick shard somewhere, because that'd be interesting to show. They're pretty hard to miss, but I'm really good at missing them because there's a fucking beam of light that shows up from them. Yet I'm pretty good at completely missing them, and I know that. Oh, it's also kind of cool through the achievement system. So if you find all the shards in it, you get an achievement. In a certain zone, you get an achievement. Oh, fuck. Achievements. So what's kind of cool about it is So I found all of those there. So we want Stone Falls. So here's all the ones I found. So there's 4 I haven't found, and you can get an add-on, and it'll show you where they all are and remove ones you haven't gotten yet, all that kind of crap. But if I want to be more adventurous and actually play the game, I can be like, they give you clues to where the rest of the shards are. So like one of them, a lady on a cliff beyond sulfur pools, or south on the Ashen Road where lava flows, or on a hillside beside a plantation used to strike flames underground. So if I'm like, oh, that sounds like this one area I remember going to, and then I go back there, I'm like, sure enough, there's a fucking shard there, kind of thing. And usually these delves, which are pretty much like solo short dungeons that you can run into, which aren't necessarily solo, other players can show up in them too, but they almost, I think every single one I've gone into has had a sky shard in it as well. So it's always like, if you see one of them, it's always really fucking good just to go into it, because it's usually a fun little thing anyway, even if whatever. But like little mini dungeons. So oh, I take fall damage a lot too. Oh shit, these guys are gonna get all pissed off, and I don't want to fight them right now. I don't think I ever saw all of They Live Skyrim jobs. I've seen bits of it though. That's like one of the bigger names in wrestling that's died in recent times. I mean, well, you had Dusty Rhodes though, actually,
Yeah,
who died this year too. It's been a fucking shitty year, man. You had that, you had him. Oh, so this might be where Sky Shard is, because it said something about lava flowing and a southern road, so who knows. Oh, is this another? Oh no, I've been here before. Oh yeah, I can see it like that. So this Ashen Grip is a thing. So there's a clothing station, there's a woodworking station, and a blacksmith station. So I could get, I don't know how.
That's the set I'm wearing right now.
Yeah. So here's a set apparel. Now I can't do it because you have to have.
We talked about They Live quite a bit earlier in the stream, Skyrim.
Yeah. Well, the bow doesn't seem to matter. You have to have. So it says you have to have 2 shield traits, and these are the traits down here, which I don't know. As you can see, I don't know shit. So like the clothing station, if I wanted to do this, I would have to do like set, and I don't have the knowledge, so.
You learn those by getting a set of armor that has a trait and then deconstructing it to research it.
Yeah. So
Takes a certain amount of time.
Not research. It's kind of, yeah, it is though, deconstruction, but
Basically the same thing,
yeah. So if I wanted to right now, I'm not going to, because it's a waste of 5.5 hours probably, in case I do find some leather thing. But I could get an infused thing with the hat, one of the hats I got, and I could learn it for. But that's like light armor, and I don't do shit with light armor. So really, I only care if I have a dagger. Like Space Tomato made me some daggers, and when I was done with them, they had traits on them, so I deconstructed one of the traits. Or deconstructed one of the daggers and got the trait from it. So you could essentially give other people traits by doing that. So yeah, I can actually make a dagger of Ashen Grip. I can make. Oh, but I only have iron. Oh, because I can't make steel stuff yet with this, because I haven't put the skill in yet. Oh, that sucks. So I could actually make, because I have 2 traits for daggers. So I could actually make this 2-item set bonus of add 24 maximum health. Actually, would it be more? Actually, it's more if the higher level it is. So actually, the highest I can do is level 14. It would add 210 maximum health if I had 2 daggers of this Ashen Grip thing. Then I can add these traits, so I have spell penetration or attack speed, kind of stuff to add to it. And then you can also add enchantments on top of that. That's 346. So it's actually would be better than that, but not better than that necessarily. 382. How is that any? Why is that better? Oh, 14. That's really weird. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make 2 of these things. So I'm gonna craft one here. Oh, because I increased the thing. That's why. And I'm gonna add another trait to this one. And you can also upgrade items, so I can do improve items, so I can make from normal to fine. So I can grab this dagger of Ashen Grip I made, 100% chance of getting a define. I'm not going to risk it, so I'm going to do the 100%. But you can be like, 60% is good enough for me. But I'm not going to risk it because I have 5, so why not? So I'm going to do that, and it'll actually, if it fails, it'll destroy the item. And it'll actually give me a green level. And then you can go Superior, Epic, Legendary, all the way up, if you had all the items. So now, I can also go in here, get out of this. Oops, go to my inventory. I can enchant this. So I have these I have all these. So enchantments, Space Tomato could make me enchantments and give them to me, and I could use them, or I could buy them, or whatever. I can make them myself. But the enchantments, you don't directly enchant an item when you make an enchantment. You make a little glyph, and then you can apply it. So I have all this. I have fire and cold and shock. So you know I want to do shock, so I enchant it. Boom. And so then I can do. So I do that, and I do the same with this. Enchant this with, let's say, fire. So now I have these 2 daggers of Ashen Grip. I can equip them. Boom. Now I have 222 more health because I have a 2-set bonus with it. So if I then create, had enough traits, I could I could create actual armor and get more set bonuses. So. Yeah, pretty cool. And so now I've essentially upgraded my weapons. Oh, also, just like the other Elder Scrolls games, you have to use soul shards to recharge your enchantments, just like any of the other Elder Scrolls game. So we're going to deconstruct these. So why not? So there you go. I don't really care about that. So that's a little thing. Show that off. I feel like I'm like trying to sell this fucking game to people. Showing off stuff. But, oh, here we go. Yep, here's a sky shard right here. So there's a giant beam of light that sometimes I somehow miss. I hope this doesn't kill me. Okay, did some damage. So when you do this little fucking animation. And I think this is my second of third. Yeah, so I need to collect 1 more of those, and then I get a skill point. So it's usually pretty good to collect all of them in an area. So I'm missing 3 in this area, but I'm not going to worry about it at this moment, because I kind of want to get to the next area, because the next area has the capital city for my faction in it, which means I have a lot of things I can steal there. And fuck my ass, I'm not going to be able to make that jump, and I'm not going to try. I need to somehow get back over to this other side. Oh, I can make this jump. Okay. Whew. That could have been bad. There's little lore items too. So you can say, "Fucking come for the cure," and you can say, "Come on, come to the town of blah blah blah, blah blah blah." You turn page and blah 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 blah. So you know, there's all sorts of little flavor stuff in the game. Oh, there's a what we were talking about earlier, an anchor. It looks like in the distance. So there's anchor points. You can fight world bosses there with other players. Oh, I wish. Damn. I don't think I can get there in time. You actually see them pretty far away. Oh, maybe I can.
Don't. Yeah, it depends on if there's somebody fighting it. There's probably nobody fighting at this time of night.
Yeah.
If you hang on a second, I'll report to you.
Okay. So we could probably do this. So these are rifts. They open up, anchors, world anchors that open up every once in a while, and then shit comes down, and it's actually a pretty cool little fight.
Did you find the sky shard?
Over here, yeah, in the lava. In the lava? Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's gonna teleport near me. He can teleport to me. It'll teleport him probably to a. Uh-oh. Am I too close to it? Is it starting? Uh-oh.
Are the worm cultists there?
Not yet, but the music just changed.
Yeah, the music will change when you're next to it.
Okay.
South and going south.
Yeah, no one's fighting this right now. So it's kind of cool because this like materializes out of like we missed the beginning of it, which is pretty cool because it materializes in the air. These fucking things shoot down and anchor into the ground essentially. And then once we start this, it'll start shooting monsters down. Whoa.
When there's worm cultists that like sacrifice themselves to start the anchor too, and they do this whole like cult ritual at the start.
Yeah. Thanks Cinemax Online for the $1 for our first payment as per our promotion agreement. I see the icon of who sent that. So your secret is safe with me, though. It's a funny joke. Where the fuck are you? Oh, there you are.
I'm coming.
Jesus Christ. So
The
goddamn
fucking
slow.
waypoint's kind of far away.
Trying to show people cool things. It's pretty cool. Like when it starts going and shit hits the fan. It shouldn't be. We should be fine with our
Yeah,
level.
it's like a level 12 thing. We'll
Okay.
kill it.
Uh oh, here we go. Here it comes. Oh no, there's people here already fighting it. Shit. Some dude's like started this off. So despite this fact, this guy already started it and going, we're still good to go for this. And shit will just keep. You have to run around and like close these, destroy these fucking anchor, whatever the hell's. To end it. It's always dangerous shit. Oh shit. See, so that was an AOE attack. Oops. What are you doing? Fuck. We gotta close this.
I give you one chance to
Uh oh.
surrender.
Now he's taunting us. Now he's taunting us. Oh, here comes. Oh, that's the last guy, I think. Maybe. This little flesh dude. Yeah, that might have been it. Oh shit! Yes, he knocked us fucking down. He ran over us. Where the fuck did he go? Oh, there he is. Oh, these little fuckers. Little fucking imps. I'm gonna loot this while I'm going. Oh, look at a fucking blue iron. Oh, we gotta keep going. That wasn't it.
This is the last
Oh,
one.
okay.
Because it's the single anchor pinion that you destroy.
Yeah. Oh, there's the. Wait, what? Are you fighting anything? I don't even know.
Just coming down.
They're just going crazy. They're coming down and dying. And so the anchors go away, and that was it. And then we get a chest at the end. See, we weren't there for the whole thing, but we still got a chest at the end, which is cool. You stay on village 59. Oh, fucking magic of shit. Got a soul gem from it, though. Oh, yeah! Now we can play music. Nope, there's dog meat. There's also it's just the three, isn't it? Drum, flute. Yeah. But there's other stuff like I mean obviously it's an MMO, so oops. So yeah.
I leveled up
those
off
are.
of that.
Huh?
I leveled up off of that.
You did? Are you
Yes,
level
I'm
20 now? Oh, you are level 20. Look at you. So, that's what anchors are like. That's kind of cool that was going on right while I was actually streaming. Since we're
I don't know
trying to show
what these fucking skill points into.
since we're trying to show everything off. I don't care what you put skill points into. Shit. Put into
Think about
stealing.
picking up-
Stealing's good.
I've been thinking about picking up one-handed shield and try and get a little bit of tank skills going. Because I'm like everything right now. I'm focused on healing, and I've got one skill in dual wielding for DPS for soloing.
So overall, it's a pretty neat game. I've been having a lot of fun with it. Because like shit like that happens, like spontaneous shit where it's like, oh cool, a fucking world anchor. I am obviously getting a little tired of being in Morrowind. Because Morrowind wasn't always my favorite geography area. Giant mushrooms and shit. But it looks like this is like a more forested area. So
Yeah,
far.
Mournhold looks very different.
Yeah, I mean it's still got giant mushrooms everywhere, but yeah. What the fuck is this? Oh, look at this fucking thing. A
You
wasp
haven't
level
been to
70.
Mournhold yet, I don't think.
No. Oh, dude, there's a fucking tower I can pick into. Look at this shit. First thing I do when I get to this new zone is break into a tower.
Healing.
Stealing.
This Always about stealing.
Thug life, my friends.
This place has been violated for the last time.
No, it hasn't. I'm gonna violate this place over and over again, lady. Come on, steal this fucking trunk. 100 fucking big ones. See, I essentially just made 100 gold right now by stealing from a trunk. So these guys will like be like, "Oh, you fuckhead, get out of here!" And I'll be like, "Shut up! I'm stealing all your swords. They're mine." Ah,
help you with something?
you can't help me with shit. Fuck off. There you go. Boom. God, I already like this place. I can steal here. Yeah, this is a new zone for me. Oh, hi. Hi, you. What's up?
Who knew that so many afflicted would flock to the Cirque?
I didn't.
All these people, they're so sick.
Your cousin asked me to give you this boner.
A letter from my
Letter.
cousin. That's wonderful news. I'm glad to hear you made it to Stonefall.
It's this letter boner.
Thanks
Mhm.
for bringing this to me, friend.
No problemo. Boom. 84 gold. Thank you. And a little bit of experience. Oh, God, that was actually a chunk of experience for just bringing a fucking letter to this lady. But yeah, see, can we just talk to this dude? Yeah, see, like, this dude doesn't give us any question at all.
Writing to my cousin to let him know about this plague. I want him to leave Mournhold before the plague spreads there.
That's it. That's all that was about. A little bit of flavor. Oh, she's got a quest, though. She ran over to me to fucking give me this
Where
quest.
have you been? I've been
What?
waiting for you to arrive for days now.
I don't remember who you are.
Are you
Yeah.
all they sent?
Oh, yeah.
Didn't the tribe
Enclosed in this envelope is one boner.
Well, no matter. I'm just glad you're here.
What?
This is Circa Mora, the Cirque.
Uh-huh.
The Lotus Plague reached us right before the...
Does it always rain in this zone?
They claimed
No.
it to help.
Oh, so there's actual weather here?
Yeah, there's weather everywhere.
Well, it never rained in
It
Stone.
does at some points.
Oh. Well, yeah, they like right around that one area, but like not the whole zone.
It does sometimes.
All the
Oh.
confusion.
Wow. I
Not
got,
lately, but
I got unlucky, I
To
guess.
admit that I lost track of my brother, Defisum. He's the town consul. Yesterday, he went to check on the townsfolk afflicted by the
Does it
plague
snow in
who had
Skyrim?
disappeared. Can you help me find my brother?
I will help you find your brother. What the fuck did you just do?
What happened to Defisum?
Here, my turn.
We lost significant with all-
God damn
The
it.
sooner we find my brother,
Oh, your ears up.
the sooner I can start thinking about dealing with the plague.
I don't want to ask you any questions. You're a dark elf. I don't give a fuck about you. Alright, so... What we already got here? Is there any shit we gotta do over here now? Talk to people, do things. Talk to the townsfolk here. Lots of trees everywhere. Let's go in this house. Not quite sure what we're talking about.
Breathe, this place smells terrible.
Oh, she's puking everywhere. Can I puke? Puke. Barf. Vomit. Ah, I can't do it. Damn. Maybe if I drink a bunch.
I'm a terrible mess. You really must excuse my dreadful appearance.
Well, I can't help that you're a dark elf, but,
Very well
you know.
lately. By the way, you haven't seen Nostrum Greba, have you? She
Uh-oh.
promised to bring me more of the Malburn curative.
I'm afraid not. We're looking for Death is Ham. Have you seen him?
Defisum,
Deathesum.
the town consul? Such a nice young man. Why, I do recall that he came to see me yesterday. He said he had other townsfolk to check on, but that he would bring me a curative as soon as he could.
What do you know about this Malvern curative?
Curative? Remarkable stuff. Tastes
And I really do have to blow my nose out.
right out of your system. One of those delightful Malborn gave me one a few days ago. Nostrum Greba, she called herself. But I think I need another dosage.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. We're gonna steal from her. I don't care if she's sick. No, hey, go away. Okay. Hey, stop! Oh, I got fucking dumbass tagging along, so I can't fucking steal anything. It's terrible. To do what is needed. I'm not reading all that right now. So. Well. I feel like I've streamed for about over 5 hours now, so it's probably a good time to stop. But as a very basic kind of rundown of Elder Scrolls Online and why it has changed my mind and everything, so hopefully you enjoyed it. I don't know if you did or not, but if you didn't, fuck you. And if you did, good. So I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching the stream. And thanks for the YouTube people, and thank you, Space Tomato, for being around and blowing your nose into the microphone.
You're welcome.
And
That's what I do best.
yeah, I'll see you guys around.